Hi Mo, this is Carlos. Thanks for responding. This is the quick video I told that I would make. Uh, this video is going to show you some of the free tools that I use, and there's some proprietary tools that I also use. But these tools you can use yourself if you'd like to figure out what it is that I'm doing. So I went to your website, and immediately there are a few things that I wanted to point out. Not to be too critical, but I don't really know how this little world map here is congruent with what you do, the type of service that you do, and there's no real funnel system or call to action on this site. But other than that, there's nice graphics. I do like the way it was laid out, and I wanted to find out if you did it yourself. So I went to your site maps, and I found out that you work with a company called CPA Solutions, Site Solutions, and went to their website to find out a little bit more about what they do. And it looks like, I don't know what services you signed up for, but it looks like their starting service is a nice little platform, a nice little package deal to get your website, as well as content and newsletter stuff. Part of where I focus on is customized internet marketing. I don't know that they're doing that for you. In fact, this video should be evidence that they're not. You can decide for yourself, of course. But this is where we excel. I went to there's a free service called Google Insights for Search. You can use it yourself by going to google.com/insights/search, or if you just do a Google search for Insights, it should pop up as #1. And it allows you to see what people are typing, where they're typing it. So if you want to tailor your business for that type of environment, or for seasonality or whatever, what have you, you can do a lot of research. It's really powerful stuff. I use it for my clients all the time, and for my keyword research when I get started. So I typed in accounting. There's other terms you can add. You can add all the search terms you want. Accounting was our best performer. I just did that. You can filter over here by the from 2004, which is when Google started recording data. I like to leave it at that. But then we localize it. So the first thing you'll notice is this chart will show up, interest over time, and it's just like a stock. So the keyword accounting has been declining over time, but overall it's stable. It's something that's needed all the time. Just I guess there's less and less searches being performed for it. This shows the regional interest across the world, starting with the top one and in declining order. The search terms also show related keywords that I would dig down deeper into and find out or utilize as what we call the seed keywords to find out whether or not they have any commercial potential or commercial relevance for us. If you're doing a localized search, though, we would probably want to start with where we're at, because your business, you obviously probably are not servicing people in Maine or Florida, so you're only servicing California. So we're going to dig down, start with California. You'll notice this keyword list change as we, or not, as we dig down deeper. According to this map here, we're in the San Francisco Bay Area. And the regional interest for accounting shows the top 10 here in declining order again, and the related keywords. If you notice here, these top searches represent the overall searches over time, over the all time. For a particular term or keyword. These rising searches to the right over here, they represent the most recent searches, with the highest being the ones with the highest percentages represented over here. Breakout is one that we would consider, of course, if it's relevant or not. Microsoft Office accounting is probably not one you want to mess with or be ranked for. Neither is Robert Half. I know it's a competing company. One of the things that I do usually is match a rising search term with the top search term, and if they're in the list, that's one that I would want to focus in on and at least dig down deeper and do further research for. By the way, once I find the terms that are relevant to your industry, tax accounting is a good one, I would use that as a seed word, and then I have some other proprietary tools that I use to dig deeper to find out whether or not there are some other good terms to search for that are getting traffic that people are searching for in your area, and whether or not we can compete on that kind of, for that keyword. How many competing pages are vying for that keyword term? So this is something, again, you can mess around with yourself. I just wanted to give you an overview of how I would start using it and how I do use it. Website Grader is the next step. If this company that you use, CPA, website and accounting, CPA Site Solutions, did a good job, then you'd get a website grade. You should have all the on-site elements you should get a good grade for. But it looks like you have a low score, 28. Anything under 65, in school, that's considered a passing grade. Anything under 65 is a company that I might target for my service. And that's actually how I've been getting some of my clients. So if you plug in your information, PTA Tax Center, you can look this up yourself. It gives you some really good information of things that you can start changing right now, or at least start thinking about. If you don't know what these terms mean, it's okay. We can go over them later. The on-page stuff is everything relevant to the stuff that goes on your site, the stuff that we can change on your site, or that the company that your web design company is using on your site. The page title, if you hover over this here, you see how that little thing pops up? That's the page title. The page title is an indicator of what that web page is about. Your meta description is something that shows up for a keyword search. A keyword search. So if we go to Google and we search for, I don't know, Santa Clara accounting, the description is this thing right here, and your keyword description and meta description is it works. It's fine. It's descriptive. It explains what it's all about. The meta keywords is a gray area. That's something that I'm not really too big on. Most search engines don't really utilize it. Bing and Yahoo may or may not. Google does not, and Google gets all the traffic. So you have, number one, you have too many. I wouldn't put more than 5 in there myself. Some people recommend 10. But anything else is just keyword stuffing. It's classic keyword stuffing. If you do a search on keyword stuffing, you'll find out what that is. It's basically just putting in too many keywords, hoping that the search engines will pick it up for, you'll be listed for one of these. And there's some other on-page elements that you can read about: heading summary, image summary. These are all, sorts of things that that are real easy fixes, but a lot of people just don't bother to mess with them. Readability level is something I want to stop on. Basically, you want your website to be as easy to read as possible to keep your readers engaged, and most people don't like reading difficult to understand type stuff. So you want to make sure that it appeals to a mass audience. Advanced is usually not the way forward. You want to keep it under high school levels, believe it or not. The off-page SEO, this is kind of the stuff that we focus on. These are all the things that you can do off of the website. Nothing that has to do with being on, as opposed to on-site. These are the things that we mess with, that we engage with. The domain age is not something that I can affect at all. It has to do with how long you have your website registered, and the longer you have it registered, the better. Search engines like to see that your website's going to be on board for a while. Usually spam sites don't have long-term expiration dates. And most search engines just don't want to index those types of pages because they know that they're probably going away. They're just spammy sites. The Google PageRank is an indication of how authoritative your site is considered for anything, and yours doesn't have a PageRank right now. So that would change with time as your efforts in optimization increase. If you're doing everything right, you could actually affect your Google PageRank, thereby making it even more visible or more readily visible. Make your site an authoritative site. The Google crawl date, that's something that you want to keep up to date, and it looks like part of the service that other companies offering you is to keep your content up to date. The more up to date your content, the more times that they'll come and search the search engine spiders will come and look at your site, and you want that. There are some more things that you can look on. I don't want to, I guess, overwhelm you with the information. I just wanted to show you some of the things that you can start with and mess around with for yourself for free. If this video was compelling, I'd love to hear back from you. I'd love any feedback. Is usually positive feedback for me. So please give me a call back when you get a chance. Thank you for your time.